Thank God we are back. We have some minutes left to conclude our lecture before the network trip off. So this was where we stopped. Please, let's conclude our lecture. We start by looking at the diagrammatic illustration of quarters diamond story, which I told you. You just have to look at the diagram like this, or probably you can draw it in a circle form and link the diagram together. Well, the quarter diamond story that we have four major forces or factors there that give company competitive advantage in both local and international market. So the four forces or factors are firm structure, strategy and rivalry, demand factors, factors condition, and support from related companies. That any company or a nation that are opportune to have these four factors and they are used effectively. So they stand to gain improved competitive strength and edge over their rivals. So the last thing that the syllabus require is that we should highlight the various role of government in protection of the infant industry and economic development. So this one expects us to discuss on the various things that the government can do to bring about economic viability, economic growth, economic development, and better the life of the citizen, and create opportunity for entrepreneurs to establish and nurture their business and compete with foreign counterparts. Because we discovered that most of the SMEs that we have in Nigeria and across some developing nations and emerging economy, the majority of them experience high infant mortality. Within 1 to 5 years of inception that they commence the business collapse. So what are the roles of government in protecting the infant industry and bring about economic viability and development? One, we have constant electricity supply. The constant electricity supply is key to economic growth. And the very reason why many multinational companies left Nigeria, because the cost of electricity is high, the tariff is high, and that electricity too is not stable. So this one ruin their business. So the government have to ensure there is a constant electricity supply, coupled with reduction in tariff on electricity. There's increasing cost of tariff, band A, band B, band C. The Tesco too increase their tariff. So how can business have enabling environment to grow? So there should be avoidance or reduction of multiple taxation. The multiple tax is not helping matter at all. You pay for local government, you pay for state government, the federal government. Even in the state, at times you pay multiple tax, double taxations. There should be tax rebates or holiday for newly established small and medium scale enterprises. Either there is a reduction in tax or for a short period of time, some couple of months or a year, they are exempted from tax payments. Again, Nigeria have to stop this over reliance on importation of all major goods that they use. So we have to think of exporting because that's the only way we can achieve balance of trade. We can achieve economic growth and development, coupled with security. Government efforts have to be directed, they have to invest seriously on security of life and property. A lot of expertise are not coming to Nigeria. Even the in-house companies that are doing their business, including the farmers, they are not secured. There is pronounced loss of life and property. Boko Haram here, bandits here, kidnapping here and there is killing business. And at the same time, they have to give access to loan without stringent collateral and requirement. All the major entrepreneurs, they are discouraged from obtaining loans from bank. The small and medium scale enterprises, the woman entrepreneur, individual businessman, They are discouraged with this high interest rate and collateral. Some deposit money bank even consider the small and medium scale enterprises as unbankable, all because they don't have collateral. Majority of their collaterals are movable assets. And at the same time, government have to ensure that those money are meant for the access of micro, small, and medium enterprises, entrepreneur, because majority of them on paper, the money is meant for them, but in reality, they don't have access to it. All this loan are hijacked by politicians and the rest, the so-called influential people in the society. Government also must invest in research and development, innovation and technology. So with this one can bring about economic viability. It can give enabling environment for the small and medium scale enterprises to nurture their business. So today, we thank God we are able to discuss on the environmental analysis, focusing on internal environmental analysis and the external environmental analysis. We are informed that the environmental analysis will require us in exam that the external environmental analysis, you must have the ability to use PESTEL, know the indicators or indices under the PESTEL that can affect company performance or that can bring about improvements in the company performance. Apart from the PESTEL analysis, we discuss on the Porter's Diamonds theory that is also called national competitive theory. Now, this theory explains the rationale why some companies gain both local and international competitive advantage. So Porter said they are able to achieve this height all because they effectively utilize the company structure, strategy, and rivalry. They are able to enjoy increasing demand, which foster expansion of the company and usher them to international market. At the same time, the third factor that we discussed about that give competitive advantage is factor conditioning. Porter informs us that the factor conditioning, if effectively utilized by a nation or company, they gain competitive advantage. He categorized the factor conditioning into two. That we have the basic factor, which comprise of the natural resources like crude oil, timber, cotton, and the rest. That any nation or company that have access to this and use it effectively, they gain remark. It's advanced factor that encourage investment in research, investment in human capital development, investment in innovation, product design, product differentiations, and many more. And the last factor is support from related companies or industry, meaning that any nation or companies that enjoy support within and outside the country, support from the government, support from global agency, support from subsidiary company, parent company, individual philanthropy, or support in form of CSM that shows company they perform excellently than others that do not receive such support. Uh, Below the study material, we have the self-assessed questions. We have question 1 and 2. The question 1, which I want you to practice, question 1A, state that identify and explain the Porter's Diamonds theory. 1B, what are the shortcomings of Diamonds theory? Where 1C states how government can increase the national competitive advantage of infant companies. So this question was adapted from ICAN November 2018 diet. One question is that question 2A. No organization can work in isolation of its environment and achieve its basic goals and objectives discussed. I've informed you about the meaning of this, so you have to tell me why companies cannot work in isolation of the environment and perform and meet their expectations. Question 2B. Using the PESTEL analysis, assess the business environment of a emerging company explaining how each component will impact on the success of the company growth strategy. So the question was adapted from ICAN May Diet question 2022. So thanks so much for listening. Sorry about the interruption in the network. Uh, really appreciate your commitment. Is there any question, please, before we call it a day? Jacinta, Emrat, any question? Or it seems Alessandra log out
No,
because
sir.
of the prolonged network. Is there any question, please?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, if you have no question, enjoy the rest of your day and lecture. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.